Hey, thanks for showing up. You must really love yourself. You clicked on this video. Good job. Self love is probably the most vital core practice that we can have implemented in our entire life. Everything evolves around it, everything gravitates to and around into that core. It's like a heavenly body that spins and it draws everything in space into it. That's what self love is like. As we grow in our love for ourselves, everything else comes along with that. Everything else that we want, everything that our heart desires, everything we want to experience, whether it is more tapped into and aligned with our purpose, meaning in our lives, if it's our relationships with ourselves, with our relationships with others, our relationships with our world, how we experience the world, how we experience everything is impacted and influenced by the depth of love that we experience and we offer and we give to ourselves. And so that's why it is absolutely crucial that self-love be, if not our primary, at least one of our main focuses, is coming to love ourselves completely unconditionally and walk in that, live from that, speak from that place. Be in self-love. And as we do, we will experience more love in our environment. We will experience more love in our relationships, in our jobs, in our work. We will experience higher levels of peace and freedom. We'll experience more freedom when it comes to abundance and money. We'll experience more light and life and fun, joie de vivre. We'll experience more enjoyment in our hobbies, our interactions. All of these things will continue to improve and be lighter and brighter as we love ourselves more. And how do we do that? It's not a very complicated process. And there's an easy first step. Well, there's a simple first step. There's a simple step one. And it can be easy. It can be challenging, can be difficult, especially if it's something that, like anything, you haven't practiced it before, but it is a practice. You get better at it as you go along. Just like working out a muscle, it gets stronger. Practicing self-love gets easier and it becomes your default. It becomes the way that you interact with the world is from that place of beingness in self-love, being self-love. And the first step, step one, is acceptance. And what does acceptance look like? It can look like this. Driving down the road, somebody cuts you off and you feel yourself getting angry. So immediately in that moment, you can say out loud, you can say, I see you cutting me off. I accept it. I allow it. I feel this anger, righteous as it may be. I have every right to be pissed. I feel this anger. I feel you anger. I experience you. I allow it. I accept you. I allow you. And then move on. This is step one. We'll get deeper later, but this is the first step, is whatever shows up, feel it, accept it. Standing in front of your mirror and you go, oh, put a little bit of weight on. Oh, look at that gut. Hey, you know what? I see you. I see you, gut. I accept you. I allow you. Just as you are. And then move on. Got that bill in the mail. How in the hell are we going to pay that? I see you, Bill. I accept you. I allow you. Maybe break out your mental gavel. Now you're supreme judge of whatever affects you. You see the bill, there it is. I break out my mental gavel and I tap and I say, I'll allow it. Okay, all right. My neighbor just woke up my sleeping partner. I will definitely speak with them later, but for now, I'll allow it. Now, it could be uh, my kid just yelled at me. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to address that and confront that lovingly, hopefully. I'm going to take care of that situation because we've got boundaries. We need to address that, but I'll allow this anger that shows up. I'll allow this to be here. I accept you, I allow you. And the more we accept, the more we allow what shows up in our lives, whether it's circumstances, if it's feelings, I've got this bad habit that, you know what? I feel the negative experiences of this bad habit. I accept it, I allow it. Whatever shows up, accept and allow. Speak it out. I accept it, I allow it. Or it can be just yes. All right. Man, again, to go back to the bill shows up. I put my hand on it and I say yes. I see you. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. I accept it. I allow it. The more we do that, the more we open ourselves up to feel lighter. The more we're sort of deflecting and avoiding the denseness and the just constriction and restriction of feeling fear and doubt and unbelief and shame and anger and all of those things that we don't want to keep and hold in our bodies. We can experience them if we want to. Go right ahead. And then when you do, just accept it and allow it. Accept it and allow it, because trying to change everything constantly. We don't realize how habitual that is, trying to change so much in ourselves, of ourselves, change our environment, constantly trying to change everything to where how we think it needs to be. This has got to be better. This has got to be better. I got to be better. This has got to be better. The more we do that, we are just burning energy and we're just wearing ourselves out. It's exhausting. So the more that we can simply flow and sit in calm and allow, the more we'll be able to experience the subtler, finer experiences, sensations, emotions of joy and love, peace, calm, simple being and awareness. So step one is this practice of everything that shows up, meet it with acceptance, allowing. Yes, okay. That simple. You know, why is this important? Why is this the first step? Why is this step one of loving yourself? It's like this. Unconditional love means there's no conditions, there's no restrictions, there's no barriers between the person loving you or between the animal that loves you unconditionally or between God that loves you unconditionally. There's no barriers and restrictions holding back. There's nothing in the way. Everything is accepted and open. When I come home and my dog greets me at the door, wiggling her butt and her tail and is just so excited to see me, she loves me unconditionally. And it's such a beautiful feeling to experience that unconditional love in the moment. She doesn't care that she sniffs me, and she doesn't care that I was petting other dogs. She smells them on me. She doesn't care I was petting other dogs. She doesn't care I said several bad words. She doesn't care I lost my temper. She doesn't care that I did 3 or 4 other negative things that were bad for me and other people. She loves me unconditionally. She doesn't have any barriers. She doesn't have anything restricting her from loving me. So truly loving is radical acceptance. When we truly love ourselves, we can radically accept everything. And it's actually the other way around. The more we radically accept those parts of ourselves that are showing up, the things in our world that are showing up, the more we can radically accept everything that shows up outside of us, inside of us, the more we experience the love that we are. The more that we experience the love that is already here in us. So that's why this is step one of really how to love yourself. Practice radical acceptance. Do it, try it. It is incredibly liberating. And there's more to come, but start with that. And do it often. Sprinkle liberally, right? Sprinkle liberally in your environment and in yourself. Radical acceptance, bring. Radical acceptance, bring. Every chance you get, you will, it's an absolute game changer, life changer. Try that. Let me know how it works out for you. Let me know your thoughts on self-love, acceptance. Let me know something else that's worked for you. Let me know how acceptance has been a part of your life, or if it hasn't been a part of your life. I'd love to hear about it. So thank you for coming along. Thank you for being on this awesome ride with me. I appreciate you. I accept you just as you are. Thank you so much for being here. God bless.